Okay, so real quick, a correction. In the 2000 auction, there were 23 successful bidders who made 51 successful bids, and 13 unsuccessful bidders who made 34 successful bids. Okay, so I read that table wrong initially. Okay, so next let's talk about auction types. So there's 4 types of auctions. There's 2 oral auctions, or 2 auctions that can be oral auctions. The English auction is an ascending bid auction. And this is the type of auction that you might be most familiar with, where there's an auctioneer who calls out bids, and people say they'll pay it, and then the bids go up until there's only one person willing to pay the highest bid. Okay, a Dutch auction is a descending bid where the auctioneer starts at a high price and decreases that price until someone says that they'll pay it. Okay, the first price and second price auctions are sealed bid auctions. Okay, so you write down the amount that you're willing to pay and submit it to the auctioneer, and then the auctioneer sorts those bids from the highest to lowest. And if one unit is being sold, then the highest bidder is awarded the item. If more than one bid is sold, if more than one item is sold, then the highest number of bids that correspond to the number of items are awarded the item. And in a first price auction, the buyer pays the number that they wrote down. A second price auction works the same, except it might also be known as a uniform price auction. Okay, and that's because everyone pays the same amount. Okay, and it's called a second price auction in the case of one unit being sold. Okay, so the person who submits the highest bid is awarded the item, but they pay the next highest bid, or the second price. And so if there's multiple items, the highest bids that correspond to the number of items that are going to be sold are awarded the items, but they pay the market clearing bid, or the next lowest bid. Okay, and these auctions, in addition to how the auction works, the auctions differ with respect to the timing of bidder decisions and the amount the winner is required to pay, especially in the case of a second price auction. Okay, and whether the bidder decisions are simultaneous or sequential has implications for how one would bid. Okay, so here's a table that summarizes that. With first price sealed bid auctions and English and Dutch auctions, you pay the amount that you bid. And in the second price sealed bid auction, you pay less than your bid. English and Dutch auctions, the bidding is sequential. Okay, and then everyone bids at the same time, a simultaneous bid in a sealed bid auction. Okay, so let's review these characteristics again. An English auction is an ascending sequential bid auction. Okay, the auction ends when a single bidder remains at the highest bid. Okay, and this bidder gets the item and pays the amount of the highest bid. And importantly, bidders continue to obtain information about one another's bids, or their competitors, how their competitors value the item. Okay, in a first priced sealed bid auction, it is a simultaneous move auction. Okay, the highest bidder gets the item, and the highest bidder pays the amount bid. Okay, and in this case, bidders have no information about one another's bids. Okay, second price sealed bid auction is, again, a simultaneous move auction. The person who bids the most gets the item, but they only pay the amount bid by the second highest bidder. Okay, so what this does is we'll see that it provides an incentive for the bidder to bid the value of the item. Okay, and so it makes the bidding decision easier than the other auctions. Okay, since you pay only the second highest bid, you're insured some profit. Okay, but again, bidders get no information about one another's bids, about their competitors' bids, and that's a characteristic in a Dutch auction as well. Dutch auction is a descending sequential bid auction. Okay, and competitors for the item are making bids by remaining silent. Okay, bidders receive no information about one another's bids, and the person who says they will pay the descending price pay that amount.